Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Health, Education, Neighborhoods, Entertainment, Parks, Arts, and Rivers Committee. It is a little after 1, and we are in City Hall, room 1060. I'm joined by Councilmember Mitchell Farrell, and we do have a quorum, so I am calling this meeting to order. I want to remind everyone, whoever wants to speak, they could sign up in the kiosk right outside the door for general public item or for any of the items on the agenda. And colleagues, at this point, I want to take multiple item and general public comment. And we have one person signed up, but she is not here. Antonia Ramirez. So I am going to close multiple item comment and general comment as well. Any objections?
No.
Great.
In fact, I enthusiastically support that.
So we are going to move along and go to item number 1. Mr. CLA, if you could read it in the record, please.
Sure. Communication from the mayor and city administrative officer report relative to the appointment of Mr. Arturo Chavez as general manager of the Department of El Pueblo de Los Angeles Historical Monument.
Mr. Chavez, Arturo, come on up. I was very excited to see your name being posted forward, and I'm very encouraged. And I know you've been doing work in both the public and private sector recently, as somewhere very close by in this building, or in this building, for the past 30 years. And I hope, I'm very excited. I've been working with El Pueblo. It is our historical area of the city of Los Angeles, and where the city of Los Angeles was founded. And as the chair of this committee, I look forward to working continually with El Pueblo and working with you. And with that being said, I do have a few questions, but do you want to just give a brief introduction if you want, or?
Sure. My name is Arturo Chavez, and it's a pleasure to be here. Thank council members. We've known each other for quite some time. Worked together on various issues, and this is an exciting appointment from the mayor's office to be there at the Pueblo of Los Angeles, the birthplace of Los Angeles, right? That on one hand, it's exciting because it is the first place that people come. We have millions of visitors coming every year to experience the city of Los Angeles and California heritage, right? But it's also important because we see that it's an old house. You know, this is like the old house. We have the oldest adobe in the city of Los Angeles, but we also have all the museums and the cultural rich history of all the people that actually came and established the city of Los Angeles. 11 families, 44 people, very diverse backgrounds. And so we are proud to have the Chinese American Museum there, the Italian American Museum there, the Casa Adobe, the America Tropical, which is the Siqueiros mural. And we also partner with Cultura de Arts across the street, which currently has, by the way, and I would encourage you to go see, a portion of the Berlin Wall. And they have this portion of the Berlin Wall that's interesting. You guys will like this. It was donated by Berlin to President Trump, and it's inscribed, and President Trump refused it. And so now it's on tour all over the country, and they have it is displayed there. It's a big chunk, and they also have a nice coyote there that's an art piece that you should take a look at because it's talking about breaking down walls, obviously. So it's an interesting exhibit, as well as the exhibits that are now currently happening at the America Tropical will now have additional screens and other additions so people can see that. So it is quite a place to see, and it's on the list of everybody who comes to visit LA, right? Just like anything else. Before you go to Universal Studios or Disneyland, you come to El Pueblo. Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you, Arturo. And now we're also joined by Councilmember Curran Price to the meeting. Overa Street receives, as you stated, close to 2 million visitors a year, and there are so many events, robust events that happen there, and cultural events from Lunar New Year Festival to all the various events. Can you talk about any efforts currently underway or plans that you might have to grow the museum, the number of exhibitions, the number of events or visitors to the El Pueblo area?
Of course. So right now what's happening is, you're right, we have over 1 million visitors coming in through the city, coming through Union Station. That'll be helpful. The Metro plan for Union Station will enhance that ability by having that walkway from Union Station with the new development in front, and then having a walkway through the Pueblo and through all the way up to Fort Moore, just in case people haven't seen that. So it'll go through the Rivera Street, and then that will attract more visitors, hopefully, to come in. We have a lot of visitors that come in every week. We have several standard events, but we've also got new events that come in. Just last Saturday, we had a tribute to Langston Hughes for African American Month, Black History Month, which was greatly attended at the Pico House. That was great. People who don't know Langston Hughes, he was part of the Harlem Renaissance, poet, writer. It was an educational experience as well as a presentation of music and some of his works. So it was really well, like I said, well attended on a Saturday, even though it rained for a little bit. We're trying to expand the types of events that are happening. This weekend on Saturday, we're having an event called, I can't pronounce it, it's the Filipino word for ingredients, but we're having ingredients of Mexican cuisine, Filipino cuisine, because of the differences in terms of what's happening in the city of Los Angeles and how we are a melting pot of different cultures. We will be looking at, and I will be looking with most of the folks to expand some of the events that had not been done before, and we'll return some of these events back to the Pueblo. In particular, what's happened is that that's our purpose. In the old general plan that was done in the 80s, it asks for more events to be done and to have free speech areas, music, entertainment, and continue to have that. So we'll be meeting with the merchants and also meeting with the event planners, because even though I have ideas, we have to work it as a group and make sure that we can expand that. But my plan is to continue these events and expand on those events and utilize the newest means, right, which is social media, and to get these things out to people and make sure that people are aware of what's happening at the Pueblo now.
Great. To my colleagues?
Well, I've known Arturo for 19 years. I just looked at that. It was 01, back before I even started with Eric Garcetti back in the day.
That's right, yeah.
So we go way back. What's that?
You were in the neighborhood council.
Yeah, Glassell Park Improvement Association. Yeah. But so I love El Pueblo. I love that area so much, and I was just thinking about how it's a completely apples to oranges comparison. But when you go to San Antonio, you go to the Alamo, right? I think that everyone who comes to Los Angeles should see El Pueblo. It's the founding of our city, you know. And I'm excited about the master plan that Metro is doing. I think that's going to help. And I'm just wondering what else we can do, maybe a stronger partnership or an elevated partnership with a Convention and Tourist Bureau, so it becomes sort of almost like a required stop. I mean, when you travel American cities or even world cities, you always oftentimes you want to go to the ancient city. If it's a European city, you want to go to the ancient city, the medieval part of for example, Barcelona, right? So I would love it if we could somehow market our origin as a tourist attraction as well, because it's a pretty rich history. And I just am always thinking of how we can get that message out more strongly. I know the commission has a role to play in that as well. Anyway, so what are your thoughts there, Arturo?
I agree with you, and I think that we need to partner with these groups. I mean, we can use the Metro and their bus, applications in terms of, what's happening there. The master plan that was done there before, and the commission has done a strategic plan that actually sunsets this year, and, they're looking at trying to do a strategic plan now. My idea is to use funding to actually redo a master plan for the area. It's antiquated now. It used to be... we run it, but it's state, city, and county parcels. So now we do a master plan with the footprint that we have. We have an opportunity now, right, with the changes that have happened downtown, with everyone coming to downtown, with the resurgence of downtown, basically, because before it was empty at 5. And now you have that. You have the economic development that's happened in Chinatown, right, which is, all these new developments there. The new developments up on Front Hill, going up from, Main up to Hill. And so you have a new group of people that are there, and you have an ability to have, and you have Union Station that's funneling people from all over. So we're right in the middle, and the ability to have people not just discover it by accident, but to actually have it as a destination point is very important. And I agree with you that we have to partner with tourism, and I've worked with tourism on a bunch of other groups as being downstairs. So I think it's a great idea to be able to bring them in, and so that's part of the plan, to try and bring them in as an ability to market the place and to be able to have people attend and see, because we are a historic living museum. And so we need to be able to continue to see that. And we do have kids that come because it's part of their discipline, and they come in, and bus loads have started to come in. They come in starting on March, They're here, and we have tourist groups. We've been hit a little bit with the tourist groups now because of other factors out there. But I think that will be regenerated again, and we'll be able to do well in terms of marketing this as a destination point to be in LA, one of the places you come to.
Yeah, there's a real opportunity there. Thank you.
Great. Mr. Price?
Thank you. Well, I haven't known Arturo for 19 years, but certainly the few years
I welcome you to come down. We'll have lunch.
since 2013, certainly known him to be a friend and someone really committed to the community. So we're excited that you have this opportunity to serve. You've had many opportunities over the years, a number of positions. But I think this is exciting because, as my colleagues have suggested, and I think you pointed out also, El Pueblo is really a multicultural spot now. It's not just, celebrating the Mexican diaspora, but it's really a multicultural, multi-ethnic kind of melting pot. And so it's exciting that you're going to be there with all the other developments that are going around. And I think it's going to have a real opportunity, as you said, to make it a destination. People plan on coming, not just sort of happen on it or walk by it or go through it. So happy that you're going to have some responsibilities for the department, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, the Italian American Museum, the Chinese American Museum, the African American, what is the museum called? In the first floor. Well, in any case, it's a cultural hub.
Multi, whatever it is, multi.
If you get a chance, you should go to the Italian Museum because they have an actual replica of the Captain America shield and a tribute to all the Italian illustrators on the comic books. It's really cool if you're into the Marvel stuff. Really cool. And if you might remember this, they also have Felix the Cat there, which is kind of a nice exhibit right now. So if you get a chance, you should rediscover El Pueblo if you haven't been there for a while.
Great. Well, thank you. That satisfies general public comment item on this item. And if there's no objections, well, first I want to thank you, Arturo, for stepping up. I'm very excited to work with you at the El Pueblo. It's a very exciting step forward for the El Pueblo and the city. There's no one else who knows the city as well as you do. So I know that El Pueblo is going to get a shot in the arm. So I'm very excited about that. So seeing no objections, I'd like to recommend that we approve this mayor's appointment and move it along to council. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank
so
you.
that'll be the order.
Thanks, council members. Thank you so much.
And members, I apologize. I forgot to take items. Oh, yeah, take 2 to 8 on consent. So, but we do have Ms. Ramirez. So I have to give her the time. Ms. Ramirez, come on up. I'll give you 2 minutes for all the items and 1 minute for general public comment. So you signed up for everything. So.
Yes, thank you very much. Please, thank you very much.
Minus item number 1, because we already passed that.
All right, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? Oh, goodness gracious. This is what happens when you run from one place to the other. Oh, dear. Do you happen to have another, oh, God. Well, ay.
Do you need an agenda? It's right there.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's items 2 through 8.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you very much. I start with number 1 passed. Okay.
So 2 through 8.
Okay. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do this ad lib since I don't know where the other paper is. Appointment to the Board of Recreation and Parks. I would hope that Mr. Carl Cades will be able to take on the responsibilities of Recreation and Parks as commissioner because, ladies and gentlemen, we are having a horrible time, astronomical problem with public safety. All parks are being overrun again by homeless. And most of the homeless, I'm sorry to say, and I am homeless, most of the homeless are criminals. They take advantage of people's kindness. They are thieves. Be careful. I just got robbed on Friday by putting my bag up and they took my purse. You've got to be careful. These homeless people are not nice. Most of them are drug addicts. Do be careful. Do not leave your stuff unattended at parks and don't fall asleep and don't take a nap. They will take your stuff because they're damn good at it. I don't get it how good they are. Within a blink of an eye, your stuff is gone. And number 3, dog park. Boy, that's a good one. I'm sorry. I'm not into dog parks. I want parks for human beings. I'm sorry. Grand Park has a dog park. Number 4, safe, clean neighborhoods and parks. You can't have it without getting rid of the criminals, all the criminals, whatever race, creed, religion they are, you got to get rid of them, especially the drugs. Stop the drugs. Curtail all these criminal acts. Do not reward the criminals. Punish them. Help American children in the future generations with this drug problem. Help them.
Your general public comment, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. And I thank you, everyone. I hope that you, before you leave your term here as politicians and public servants, you will remember many of us. We busted our asses to fight for issues. We never made a penny. That's okay. As I was taught in Mexico as a child, cuando vayas a tu tumba, ve hecha y derecha. When I go to my grave, I will go as a straight shooter. Didn't make a penny. It didn't matter. I'm not taking it with me. I didn't say money was bad, but you know what? I feel good. I sleep really well. That's my problem. I sleep too good. But you know what? I feel proud of what I've done. It's been hell, but I want a beautiful America. I want healthy education, healthy neighborhoods, healthy parks, and healthy arts and creativity, innovation, and individuality for all people. I want the beauty of each individual to spring out of their being. God's essence. Let your destiny be done, not deny it. God bless America and God bless Donald Trump.
Thank you. So, colleagues, that satisfies multiple item and general public comment. So, I'd like to recommend that we move items 2 through 8 on today's regular agenda on consent. Seeing no objections, that'll be the order. And Mr. Clerk, do we have any more business on the regular agenda?
That clears the desk, sir.
Great. So at this point, I'd like to adjourn the regular meeting and open up the special meeting. So, Mr. CLA, if you could read item number 1.
Sure. Motion Rue Lee relative to the management of the zoo's marketing and public relations program as authorized in the 2018-19 adopted budget.
Great. And do we have any cards on this item? One card? Let me take, who's the card? Antonia? Okay, so let me have Antonia come on up. You got a minute to speak on this item.
God bless America. To both Rue and Lee, I haven't been to a zoo since I was a child in Mexico and New York City because I live in a zoo. Los Angeles is a fucking ugly, filthy, nasty, cesspool, contaminated jungle where 90% of the homeless assholes are worse than animals and stink like shit. They never wash their tails. We've got to do something to change the image of Los Angeles, and we've got to do something about the marketing and the zoos. Los Angeles is a zoo. We need to change the image of the real zoo versus the cesspool LA Zoo. Okay? So whoever's doing the marketing and the public relations for Los Angeles, be honest and forthright with the travelers and the visitors and all. Let them know that Los Angeles is deadly and dangerous. Let's be honest with the people. Because I'm not going to stop telling the people that it's the truth. But we need to create a better environment. God bless America.
Thank
This is
you.
astounding.
Thank you, Antonia. So, colleagues, you know the city is currently renegotiating the operating agreement with Glaza in order to try and bring together the multiple contracts and MOUs that guide Glaza's operation. Under the previous marketing MOU, Glaza was reimbursed for marketing expenses with the portion of the zoo's admissions revenue. However, that MOU has expired, and without an existing contract, council authorities required to release the funds to reimburse Glaza for marketing expenses incurred last year. This is fairly straightforward, and the CAO is personally working on this, and I would like to simply move this along to council, but there is staff here if there's any questions, if you guys have questions. Are we okay? Are we okay? Great. So seeing no questions, I'd like to recommend this motion for approval. Any objections? None? Thank you. So this item is approved. So we'll close this special meeting and go back to the general. And do we have anything else for the general?
Nothing, sir.
Great. So we don't have any additional business. So this meeting is adjourned. Thank you so very much.